Hello, my name is Blanca Howdy, and this is part 2 of my histology lab for week 2. My tools for this lab were my experiment lab manual, which I used as my guide, and then I also took a lot of my notes from this book. So my other tools for this experiment were my index cards, where I took notes on. So let's get started. With the epithelial tissue, we have, so there's 4 tissues: the epithelial, the muscle, the connective, and the nervous tissues. So the first one, I'm going to discuss epithelial tissue. They're large sheets of cells covering all surfaces of the outside body, so what you can see with the naked eye. But they also cover some of the internal organs that are not really exposed to the naked eye, but still exposed to the outside world. So that would be like the parts of the mouth, the nose, and the anus. We can discuss 5 epithelial cells that are primary in that category. So we have the ciliated epithelial cells. This moves substances along the tract, so like the respiratory tract. This is what that would look like. So we have this simple cuboidal and simple columnar. Then we have the exchange epithelial cells, those located in the lungs and the vessels. They allow substances like gases or water to pass through, and you would find that as a simple squamous. Then we have the transporting cells, transport nutrients from the external environment to the internal environment. This could be found in like the kidneys, the intestine, and it would be simple columnar or simple cuboidal. Then we have the secretory cells found in the exocrine glands. So this would be like sweat, saliva, and they basically synthesize and secrete substances such as your mucus. So we have that in a simple columnar, stratified columnar, or polygonal. We also have the protective cells found in the skin, the mouth, esophagus. That would be like a stratified squamous. And then now I'm going to talk about the connective tissues. We have basically connective tissues provide support for internal tissues and organs. There's 2 main types. There's loose connective tissue, which we could find in cartilage, fibrocartilage, elastic. It basically absorbs shock and binds tissue together. So this is adipose tissue, so that's what that could look like. Then we have the dense connective tissue. That one basically reinforces, it's reinforced by bundles of fibers, so it makes it elastic, and it's supported by bones. So let's see here. The next one I want to discuss is the muscle tissue. The main function of the muscle tissue is to allow movement in the body, and also as it responds to stimulus, so it can allow us to contract and generate any pulling force. So there's 3 kinds of muscle tissue that we can discuss. So the skeletal is attached to the bones and basically is around entrance points of the body. This will cause voluntary movement, produces heat, and protects organs. This is what the skeletal looks like. Then we have the cardiac. The cardiac contracts to pump blood, and it's located on the heart. So this is what that would look like. It's branched, basically. Then we have the smooth tissue. It's located on the walls of major organs and passageways. Its function is to basically involuntary movement, moves food, moves secretion, regulates flow of our blood and arteries. This is what the smooth muscle looks like. Then we can talk about the nervous tissue. This is located on the brain, the spinal cord, and the nerves in our body. So it's basically, it can create electrical signals, and it transmits information from one portion of the body to another. And it's mainly made up of neurons and neuroglia. Neuroglia is actually, glial comes from a Greek word, glue, so this is a neuron. Thank you.